going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States. If they're made in the United States, there's absolutely no tariff. This is very exciting to me. This is the automobile industry, and this will continue to spur growth.
Made in the USA. President Trump determined to make that the standard on products sold here in the United States. This nation once had a thriving auto industry, and Trump says his tariffs will help make that happen again. Let's bring in someone who knows just a little bit about the auto industry. The founder of AutoWorkers for Trump 2024, Brian Pannebecker. Brian, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on, Lydia.
So American cities, specifically Motor City, right? Detroit, used to thrive in part because of the auto industry. I have more family there outside of the Detroit area than I even have here in New York. But more and more companies, aside from Tesla, of course, have been building cars elsewhere. What do you think Trump's tariffs will mean? And what will it also mean for auto union workers, for the UAW, if more cars are made here in America?
Well, number one, it's going to mean that the underutilized plants in the Metro Detroit area and across the Midwest, down into South Carolina and the other places where Nissan and Honda and some of those places have built plants, they will be building to capacity. Right now in Macomb County, there are several big plants that have entire shifts laid off. And a shift of auto workers in a big assembly plant could mean 1,000, 1,200 people on layoff. So those, number one, those people will be coming back to work. Floor space that's underutilized in some of their facilities will be new technology and new production parts will be brought in there, and we'll get back to running at full capacity. That's step one. And then for any new plants that are going to be built, particularly by companies like Hyundai and some of the Japanese and foreign automakers, they're going to come to America to build vehicles now because it's going to be too expensive for them to build them in their home country and just ship the vehicles to us because of the tariffs. So it's going to be a win-win. As far as the jobs created, there's going to be a lot more jobs available, and that'll give the UAW an opportunity to organize. Whether or not the workers in particular plants decide to join the UAW, like down south, Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda have all had votes in the last 6 or 8 years. That is up to the workers, but it'll give the UAW an opportunity to organize those folks.
What do you say to people that, oh, these tariffs, they'll only make the cost of goods go even higher? You know, meantime, it's not just the auto industry that's seeing a bump already. Let's take a look at some of the companies that you mentioned that are spending big bucks in U.S. investments. Apple, $500 billion, CMA, $20 billion, Eli Lilly, $27 billion, GE, $1 billion, Hyundai, $20 billion, Johnson & Johnson, $50. I mean, it goes on and on. Already there's a positive response to what Trump is doing, yet he's still getting a lot of criticism. What do you say to that?
That's because people don't understand what Trump is trying to do. He's not trying to make it more expensive for the companies outside the United States to make their products just to make them more expensive. He's doing it to force them to bring their production facilities into the United States, hire American workers, and then we'll have the jobs, we'll have the tax revenue, and there'll be just another company that's building their product here in the United States. It's not about making it more expensive for them and then they continue to build their products outside the United States. Trump wants them to bring their production facilities into the United States and make their products here. And then there'll be just another company producing their product here in the United States, and there won't be a cost factor.
We have less than a minute left, and people don't realize that it's not just our cars or even our electronics that are made overseas, but our pharmaceuticals. China is the biggest drug maker that we have. What do you think about this? We have less than a minute left about the safety issue as well.
Lydia, we found out during COVID, didn't we, that being reliant on China or other countries for pharmaceuticals is not a good idea. So this goes across the board. It's going to force these companies to build their production plants here in the United States. We have the people, we have the technology, we have the brain power. We want these products produced here within the United States, and that includes everything from automobiles to pharmaceuticals. Trump wrote the book on negotiation. I urge everybody to be patient. Watch him at work. He's putting on a master class right now on how to get companies to invest in America. And within a year to 2 years, you're going to see amazing things happening in the United States of America. I think we just need to be patient and have faith.
Trust Trump. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.